Hey everyone, it's Emma and welcome back to my channel. I'm coming at you today with another brand review. It's been a while, but today we're reviewing several different brands of toothpaste. The only brand that was gifted to me for this was Noice. The other ones I have bought with my own money, and no one's paying me for this. These are all my own organic thoughts. Before we actually get into my first thoughts on some of these, please note that I am texture sensitive. All different types of toothpaste work for all different types of people, so keep that in mind. This is just my own opinion. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to be doing some first thoughts throughout the video, and then at the end, we're gonna come back here for some final thoughts. So the first brand that I wanna talk about is Noice. This is a brand I have talked about briefly on the channel before, but I've never actually gone in depth, pros and cons to this one and so forth. So some big pros right off the bat, they are cruelty-free, vegan, and come in glass. The glass is great because they send you refill, so you reuse the pump over and over again, which is great because that stuff is really hard to recycle. The glass is recyclable, of course, so is their aluminum cap, or you just put it back on and now you have a perfectly good jar to use. This could be used for a lot of things. This could make your travel mouthwash. I'm saving them because I want to make my own food coloring out of food scraps, and this will be great to store my homemade dyes in. It makes great travel size anything, travel size toner, travel size lotion, and so forth. These are great to reuse, but also very easy to recycle. And they also take a lot less cleaning than the aluminum toothpaste tubes. So I do like them for that. My biggest con, well, not my biggest. One con I did have originally was the taste. Absolutely hated it, but then I got used to it and I knew I would. So the flavor is acquired and I can tolerate it now. It's not like something I would not get used to, but it is also black. There it is. Which apparently the charcoal as well is great for whitening your teeth and just cleaning in general. It makes a mess. So you do have to clean your sink more often because it does get a little disgusting. But I do think those are pretty minor cons, like easy to avoid, easy to mitigate. But my biggest con though is it does not foam up. I love at least medium foamy toothpaste. If it's too foamy, not good. But it doesn't foam at all, but it does a really great job. Overall, I think Noice is a great option. I think it's also great too with the pump. It's a lot easier to get all the last drops out of instead of trying to squeeze a tube. And if you're also lazy, it's a lot easier to clean than the aluminum tubes. Next up, Hello toothpaste tabs. I have tried, I think, literally one toothpaste tab before I bought this, and I hated it. It was like one of the free samples they were giving out at Lush or something, and I thought it would be a great chance to try, and I hated it. That was like 3 or 4 years ago. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe things have changed. You know, like I learned to like the taste of Noice. Maybe I'll learn to like toothpaste tabs again. I went with this brand for a couple reasons. One, majorly being it was available at my local Sprouts like 4 minutes down the road. 2, it comes in aluminum, which is really easy to recycle, and it's completely plastic free. No plastic in sight, which I love. A lot of the toothpaste tabs still come in plastic, which is weird. This is great because aluminum is infinitely recyclable. In this tin, how cute is it? So easy to reuse. But the verdict, I hate them. If you've never used one, it's like, maybe this is why I hate them. It's basically an Altoid mint that you chew, but don't swallow. Combine it with your saliva. You have to chew it for a long time to get it all dissolved into a sort of paste. It does foam well, I'll give them that. The flavor is great. It does a good job. It also has no artificial sweeteners, no dyes, also cruelty-free and vegan. I just personally hate the texture. Nothing against the brand. Toothpaste tabs just aren't for me, and I've learned that now the hard way. But overall, if you don't mind the texture of toothpaste tabs, like that's your go-to, I highly recommend this brand. Plastic-free, easy to reuse, great flavor, works well. But if you're texture sensitive, don't even try it. The third brand we have on the list is Hey Humans. This is a brand I've been wanting to try for a long time, ever since they came out. It's a relatively new brand, also cruelty-free and vegan, made in the US, and it's an aluminum tube, which is recyclable. But what I do hate about aluminum tubes is you do have to cut it out and clean it. But the good news with this one, it is pretty soft aluminum. Like it's easy to manipulate. David's toothpaste is so thick. It's so hard to get it flat and like get all the toothpaste out of all the crevices. Something I love about this though, it comes in fluoride versions. Pretty confident Noice is fluoride free. This one's fluoride free as well. So having a fluoride option is great. Something else really great about this brand, it is so affordable. It is still ethical, it is still sustainable, but it is very, very affordable, which is really, really cool. I think this tube was $4. And then this was like $10. You can't really go off net weight because this has water in it. It doesn't have like an estimated amount of uses. I am willing to bet that there are also more uses out of this. Though, something to note with all of these brands, they're all made with virgin materials. which, you know, it's not a requirement to be an eco-friendly brand to use recycled materials, but when it comes to metal, using recycled aluminum would be so cool. So they do mention tube made from recyclable aluminum. It's a little greenwashy to me personally. Like, just because something is recyclable does not mean it's eco-friendly, but this is a lot better than a non-recyclable plastic metal combo, and is made with natural ingredients, which is all less impactful on the environment. So overall, this one's my favorite so far. There's a lot of options at my local Sprouts and Target. It is so cool being in the United States now. If you didn't know, you're new to this channel, I used to live in Japan where I would have to like do a bunch of research and order a bunch of brands and wait 2 weeks for them to get to me. Now I'm like, I just go to Target, I just go to Sprouts, and I'm like, oh cool, new eco brand, gonna try that for the channel. It's so much easier. One last thing to mention with Hey Humans, it foams so nicely. It was kind of weird. Dan didn't get this vibe, but it's kind of dry, if that makes sense. Like, it makes my mouth dry. But it doesn't really happen anymore. We've been using this for about a week. So overall, this one's my favorite. We'll see by the end of this video. This is another one of my faves, and that's Tom's of Maine. I'm sensing the theme here is that my fave is an actual paste. I'm not a fan of the gels. I'm not a fan of the toothpaste tabs. Something that you're probably noticing right now with Tom's, isn't that plastic? How is that sustainable? One, they're a certified B Corporation. That's pretty cool. Second, this is a #2 recyclable plastic. I know I already said, just because something is recyclable does not mean it's eco-friendly. But the thing with toothpaste tubes though, is they're traditionally an aluminum plastic combo. If it is a mixed material like that, it means it can't be recycled. So, at least this can be recycled. It's also BPA free, and it's gluten-free. I don't know about the rest of these, but this one is definitely certified gluten-free if you're looking for something like that. And again, another great benefit to Tom's is that they do have a fluoride option. This one, yes, this one does have the fluoride right here. So I think that's great. If you are especially looking for a fluoride option, you might not be able to find that with toothpaste tabs or the gels. Tom's is really, really accessible. I found it at Walmart. We had it in Japan. Well, some of these other brands aren't that accessible. So that's something really great about Tom's, and they're also relatively affordable as well. I don't have much to say. It works, looks, and acts just like a traditional toothpaste, you know, just like Crest or one of those other brands. My only con is that it's plastic, but at least it's recyclable plastic. So overall, Tom's of Maine is pretty high up there, but right alongside Hey Humans for me. All right, I thought I hit the holy grail of toothpaste, zero waste toothpaste. Comes in cardboard, solid toothpaste soap. I'm like, how cool. We got shampoo bars, we got stain remover bars, we got dish soap bars. Now we have a toothpaste bar. This is really cool, and I still think it's really cool. It's really great. It's recyclable, it's compostable, it's vegan, it's cruelty-free. It's also gluten-free. There's a lot of great things about this. Before I say anything else, I think this is a great swap for some people. Not every swap is for every person. So please keep that in mind as I'm reviewing this and criticizing it pretty harshly. But I just want to be honest. And, you know, since this isn't like sponsored, they're not paying me, I want to be extra honest. First off, it's pretty expensive. I think this was $20, maybe $12. It was quite pricey, but you know, this will last you a long time. Second, it says it's peppermint flavored. It smells of peppermint, but when it's in my mouth, it does not taste like peppermint. So that was disappointing. It ended up being relatively flavorless, which using it again haunts me. Because there's no flavor and the texture is also disgusting, bad combo. Had like the texture been improved, or would there be more flavor, I think I could tolerate it. But it's flavorless and it is so slimy. I think I hate it more than toothpaste tabs. I think toothpaste tabs are slimy as well, but also gritty at the same time. This is just straight slime. No, I can't do this. Obviously, I don't want this entire thing to go to waste. I only used it once. I couldn't even bear to finish brushing my teeth. I had to spit it out and brush my teeth immediately with something that had a better minty flavor. So I've only used it once. I thought I would like slice off the first like quarter inch or so and then give this away to someone who might actually use it. So if you have used this brand, you have used a solid toothpaste and you want this, I promise I will cut off the part that my toothbrush touched and I will send it to you for free. You can get free toothpaste. Just comment down below, comment like your Instagram handle or your email or something so I can get in contact with you, because I don't want this to go to waste and I don't know what else to do with it. But ultimately, this is at the bottom for me. Great idea. This is definitely one of those swaps that's not for everyone. And if you like it, good for you. Okay, it's time for the final thoughts. I have a lot to say. First off, let's start with the one I hated the most. That is this toothpaste. I had high hopes for this, honestly. I'm like, oh my gosh, what a cool invention. A lot of cons to this. First off, it's in cardboard, so like when you wet the top, the cardboard's gonna get wet. And like, what do you do once it gets past this lip? I don't know. It definitely needs like some sort of other like shallow container. Maybe you're supposed to put it on this side. I don't know. Overall, this one was super expensive too. I want to say it was like $12, $14. It was a lot. The texture kind of reminded me of that of toothpaste tabs once they were dissolved, of course, just kind of slimy to me. So if you don't mind the texture of toothpaste tabs, this might be a toothpaste for you to try next. I like that it's really compact and it probably lasts a long time. Like, look at the size of this. Number two, one that I hated with toothpaste tabs. I hated it so much that I already gave it to my sister. I don't even have it now for the final review. I think they are fantastic for camping, for traveling, and for home, of course, too. They're very, very low waste, super compact and everything, but texture is just not for me. But that brand, I think it was called Hello. They came in a little metal tin, super nice to reuse. Great minty flavor, but it was just the texture for me. The next one for me is Noice. I really enjoyed this one. It took a while for me to get used to the flavor because it does have licorice flavor in there, which I really don't mind anymore. And then a big con for me is it's charcoal based, which is great because there are some like teeth cleaning benefits to charcoal. It makes my sink so dirty. So big con for me there. And then another con for me is it doesn't foam up very well because it is a gel instead of a paste, but that's a very minor detail. I love that it comes in glass, and then the refill, it comes in a jar like this with a little metal tab, and then you just put the new pump in the old pump in the new bottle, and then you can reuse the bottles. Though I don't think they ship to the US anymore, so that is kind of unfortunate. Next for me is Hey Humans. It's only been beat out by Tom's for a few reasons we'll talk about in a minute, but I think this is great. Plastic free besides the cap option. It foams relatively well. It's got a really nice flavor, and this one is definitely the cheapest, the most affordable option, and also really accessible. I found this at Target. They might have it at Sprouts. Of course, you can buy it from their website as well. And I find that the aluminum is thinner than David's. David's toothpaste aluminum is super thick, making it very hard to get all the toothpaste out and very hard to clean. I haven't tried to clean this one yet because there's still a little bit left. That is my biggest con for me when it comes to aluminum toothpaste tubes. They are super difficult to clean, and they have to be clean in order to be recycled. Big con for me, as well as they don't make it from recycled aluminum, and mining for aluminum is quite harmful, so I have mixed feelings about that. But overall, a great toothpaste that is low waste, and we're going to talk about that in a video coming soon about some of my zero waste hot takes. One of them is metal toothpaste tubes, so stay tuned for that video. And my favorite, you're gonna be really surprised, is Tom's, because this is the only one that came in plastic. This tube specifically is made of 100% plastic instead of normally being plastic aluminum combo, meaning this is 100% recyclable once it is cleaned. It keeps its shape, unlike aluminum. So once you cut it, this makes it super easy to clean, very easy to recycle. But that's not why I love Tom's. That's just a perk. I love Tom's because it is also very affordable, very cheap. It doesn't cost much more than Hey Humans, and this one foams the best. It has the best flavor, the best texture to me. This is very similar to using something traditional like Crest or Colgate. If you like your tried and true toothpaste, I really encourage you to try this because is it the most sustainable? No. Are any of these the most sustainable? Probably not. But they are all better than leading toothpaste brands. But once again, these are just my own thoughts and opinions. I think each of these brands is great for their own reason, but it really just comes down to texture and what you prefer. I think it's great that there's an option for everyone. There's tabs, there's gel, there's soap, there's aluminum, there's plastic, there's toothpaste powder that I didn't even get to try yet. Options for everyone depending on what you like and depending on what's available to you. Let me know which one you're gonna try down below. I don't have like affiliate codes for any of these. Again, this is my own thoughts and opinions, so if you pick one of these, it's no benefit to me. And let me know your thoughts. I'm very curious about this on aluminum versus plastic toothpaste tubes, both fully recyclable, both made from virgin materials. Which one do you think is better? I don't know if one's necessarily better than the other, but I think they're the same. And as always with these types of videos, let me know what other sorts of brands you want me to see reviewed. So the way I like to do my brand reviews here on this channel is I like to review, 4, 5, 6 different types of the same product. I'm actually doing a laundry part 3 because there's so many zero waste laundry brands out there. But if there's any other sort of things, deodorant or any other sort of categories of zero waste products you want me to see reviewed as a whole to see like which one of the leading brands is the best, let me know. But that is all that I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and let me know your favorite brand of zero waste toothpaste down below. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe. I talk about all sorts of things zero waste, focusing on free, easy, and fun ways to live low waste and practical ways to be an activist if you're interested in that. And if you want to support me in another way, I do have a Patreon where we do behind the scenes videos, monthly chats, and more. So check that out down below. And until next time, remember that your small actions have a big impact in the long run. Bye guys. I say that all the time. Okay, I'm gonna record this now because this is becoming funny. So